Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. And today I'm gonna check out the new SUV in town, the Jaecoo J7. This is such a premium looking SUV, guys. It's so futuristic and simple at the same time. The design reminds me of the Range Rover Velar. And if you look at it from the sides, it kinda looks like a Range Rover in my opinion. Now let's check out the tail lamps, and they look amazing. So it has the long light bar behind, and this part reminds me of the Porsche Macan. It looks really elegant. And here we have the silver version of the Jaecoo J7, and it looks amazing as well. I really like the tail lamps. They're so modern looking and elegant at the same time. It makes the car look so good. And the door handles are also similar to Range Rover. So when you drive or lock the car, the handles will go in, and when you unlock, it will come out like this. This is a really cool feature to have. I like the door handles. It makes the car looks expensive and premium. In my personal opinion, I prefer the silver color more because you can see the body lines, the body shape better compared to the black one. And another reason why I prefer the lighter color is because it makes the car appear bigger, and it also makes it look much cleaner, so you don't have to wash your car that often. Silver color is one of those color that is easier to maintain compared to other darker color because it hides the sand, the dust well compared to other colors. Now let's check out the front of the car, and in my opinion this is one of the most good looking SUVs that you can find in the market right now. They have the so-called waterfall grille. It's a simple design, but it makes the car looks premium. The top lamps are the DRLs, and the lamps below here are the actual headlamps, and they look really good as well. Next, we check out the wheels on this SUV. It has 19-inch alloy wheels, and the tires that they are using are the GT Comfort tires, which are quite decent. So both the front and the rear are using these brakes, so that's pretty cool. Oh, another thing that is cool with this SUV is when you look at the side mirror, there is a light projector. So you can see that there is a light projecting from the side mirror, and it's pretty cool. It gives the car a premium feel. The doors are pretty solid. They're good quality doors. And I think the soundproofing to this car is also quite impressive because of the doors. So the silver one here is the two-wheel drive, and the black one here is the all-wheel drive. So there are two variants. Now let's check out the interior of this luxurious SUV. And I must say the interior is pretty amazing. As you can see, there are ambient lighting, and the build quality is also really good. And the power window buttons feels good as well. They are solid, they are tactile, and they are very responsive. There are a lot of soft touch material on the door. As you can see, this part, they are all like rubbery material, and they are really soft. So yeah, the build quality is quite impressive. And here are some places for you to put your bottles, and you have Sony premium speakers, so you can expect to have good sound coming out from these premium speakers. Oh, and they also have ventilated and heated power seats for both the driver and the passenger. How cool is that, guys? Okay, let's take a seat in the car. Let's see how it feels like. We'll just close the doors. It feels really comfortable. Wow, once I close the door, I can feel the driver's seat moving itself, adjusting itself to the driving position. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. And the steering wheel is really nice to touch. It's comfortable. It's not too big, not too small. It's just nice. And I heard that you have heated steering wheel on this one, which is pretty impressive. And the aircon vents here reminds me of Volvo, and the build quality is also pretty good. The buttons on the steering wheel are touch sensitive, but for me I prefer physical buttons because they give tactile feedback. This one it's just flat, so sometimes it's hard for you to feel the things that you are pressing. So in my opinion I prefer physical buttons. And here we have a nice Jaecoo logo on the steering wheel. Check out the huge infotainment screen, guys. It reminds me of a Tesla. And the gear knob feels like it's taken from a jet fighter. So it's so cool. And here we have the dial to control the drive modes. And here is where you can put some of your cups. And there is also wireless charging here. And if you look here, there is like a mini aircon vent for you to cool down your phone while you are charging. So that's pretty thoughtful. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I really like the huge infotainment screen that is on this car. I guess you can even watch YouTube on it if you want to, because the screen is so big. And the best thing is it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is super convenient. So in a way this SUV is already better than some of the competitors out there. For example, the Proton X70. This SUV has wireless charging, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Oh, and not forgetting, this car also has voice command features just like the High Proton. Yeah, so I would say this car is pretty impressive. Now let's try to play around with the user interface. It seems to be quite smooth. There is no lag or anything. Everything feels very snappy. But then again, I cannot access some of the features on this car. Maybe because the car is not turned on. Yeah, so maybe that's why I cannot access some of the features. But that's okay. We will just play around with the infotainment system. But from what I'm seeing, you are able to adjust your seats with this. You're able to change the ambient lighting. You're able to turn on and turn off the safety features on this car. Yeah, so I think you can control everything on the screen, which is quite awesome. So yeah, I really like the interior of this premium SUV. It's spacious, it's comfortable, and it's modern looking. Everything on this SUV is so premium. I'm really impressed with the build quality. And here we open the glove box. Soft opening, which is good, and you have some lamp down there, which is also quite convenient. So yeah, everything just feels premium to me. Oh yeah, and the J7 also has a heads-up display, which is a good thing. You know, you get a lot of premium stuff in here. And you have white cabin lights, which is good. And of course the best thing is there is a panoramic sunroof, guys. That's the coolest thing. Look at that. We're just gonna close the sunshade there. And here is where you change the drive modes. I believe this SUV have 7 drive modes and the two-wheel drive only have 3 drive modes. And here is where you off the infotainment system, but you are still able to scroll through the screen, and you can switch it on again. Everything feels so smooth. I like it. Now let's test the radio. The sound is quite impressive. Of course, they're using the Sony premium speakers, so it has to sound good, you know. There are a lot of functions which I cannot access because the car is not turned on. Oh, and there is a mini camera here on the steering wheel to monitor the driver when he or she is, not focused when driving. So that I think that one is pretty cool. But yeah, I really like the buttons in this SUV. They feel good. They are nicely built. Everything feels so premium, from the dashboard and the center console, the material that they use. They are all very durable material. They are not cheap at all. And in here, I believe there's a chiller, so you can put your canned drinks in there and keep them cool. And here you have like a slot for you to put in your tissue, I guess. And the armrest feels comfortable. Then you have some power buttons right here to adjust the passenger seat. Okay. Yeah, look at the ambient lighting, guys. It's so cool. And I believe you can set the ambient lighting to whatever color you want. And the gear knob looks like it's from a sci-fi movie. Okay, so now let's check out the back door. And the build quality is the same. It's very well built. And there is ambient lighting as well. So everything else is similar to the front doors. Very good quality. And this is the back seat. Very nice. I apologize because it's a bit dark in here. So the camera is a bit blurry because of the poor lighting. But that's okay. Let's take a seat. I can say the back seats are quite comfortable and there is enough leg room. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 2.5 knee room. So yeah, it's pretty comfortable behind. And you have the aircon vents there. And then you have the USB-C and USB-A. Not sure if you can see it because it's so dark. Yeah, but there are 2 USB slots behind. And the back seat also has an armrest, and I think this is pretty well built. It's pretty comfortable, and you have 2 cup holders. Overall, I like the back seat because I feel that it's spacious enough for me, and there are 2 back pockets as well. Yeah, pretty nice. So yeah guys, that's about it. That's my first impression video on the Jaecoo J7. I really think this is a really nice premium SUV, so if you have the chance, go check it out yourself. Alright guys, so take care and see you again soon in the next video hopefully. Alright, take care, bye bye.